Welcome to the Practical Ascension Podcast. I'm your host and soul alchemist, Tracy Goody. Stay with me for practical guidance and flow for your modern life through this time of ascension. Before we move on to the July forecast, I want to give a special shout out to emerging spiritual leaders. So who I'm talking about is entrepreneurs and leaders who are ready to step up and add more of themselves to their life's work, to really tap into their divine genius, their light codes, and really express who they are, really know who they are, really accept who they are, and really trust this whole process. So this is a shout out to those emerging spiritual leaders. I have put together this insanely powerful 12-month container, Rise of the Initiate. If any of this message is resonating with you, go ahead and click the link below to check that out. And I'm going to move on directly now to the July forecast. Thanks so much. July 2020 Akashic Insight Forecast. So this July is really about getting you aligned to your path, your purpose, and your priorities. Making a choice, kind of this moving into the unknown, this mystery and receptivity of information. This beautiful energy is coming up for July. There's a lot of twists and turns in it though. So there's a lot of spiritual clarity coming through, this deeper understanding of truths. We're really presented in July 2 or more paths for us to examine, discern the information that's coming up within us, and understand what the most powerful path forward for you is going to be. So the information, the details, the clues, they're all present in July. And the more we're turning within for the answers, the more clear we're going to feel that pull. The more clear we're going to really feel that one path that's pulling at us, right? So this requires trust and commitment. There's no more dabbling on our path. The energy is calling for us to really commit. So I've broken July down into 4 weeks. A lot of this energy runs throughout July, but there's some real up and down energy. So I wanted to break it up into 4 weeks. So the first week of July, it's all about kind of brightening up and clearing things out. So July is really coming in. The energy that I felt whenever I was tuning into this in the records is almost like July is a spiritual teacher. So that's the energy that's coming through, that she's just this powerful spiritual teacher. This is, a 7 month, and that number represents that energy. So she's kind and she's compassionate, she's wise, but she's not babying you anymore. She's asking you to claim your responsibility, to know that you are powerful, know that you're unique, know that you are so needed right now. So the more on board with this you can get the first week of July, the more you're going to receive her insights and her adventure. Now it's also a time for a really big clear out. So there's the full moon as well as the eclipse on the 5th, and then there's the 7-7 gateway. So we're still in this energy of a hell of a lot of empowerment, a hell of a lot of clearing out energy. But what is still in there for us is a hell of a lot of disempowering energy and ways of thinking that this kind of spiritual teacher of July really wants us to get rid of, really wants us to cleanse out, and really wants us to reclaim ourselves. So it's also a magical time for literal cleaning. So cleaning out closets, cleaning up your diet, your business offers, your fridge, your purse, your car. Every single aspect of your belongings in your environment plays a role in your energy frequency. So when we create space in these areas, any of the ones you're called to, you don't have to do every one I mentioned. And again, those are just examples, but what are you called to? What's kind of pulling to you? Again, that inner discernment. Then whenever we clear out those spaces, we create this opening of receptivity. And July has so much to offer in terms of delivering information, delivering clarity, delivering energy, that our receptivity is turned up even higher. So the more space we can create, the more receptivity we're going to experience, more ease, more clarity. So it's no wonder that this is how we're starting this power-packed month. There's so much to receive and so much opportunity this month that we need to have space available for it to fill us up emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And it's also a week where spiritual teachers are starting to wake up. So there's some real cool energy coming through around that. This ascension energy is calling for us to express our next level. And this week seems to be the week of the emerging spiritual leaders, really starting to feel it. So that's a lot of fun. If you resonate with that message, please tap into it. Don't discount it as something you're kind of just wishing for, or something down the road. Tune into it and ask what it wants of you right now, what it wants you to acknowledge in it right now. So this is the first week of July. As we're moving into the second week, it was a really powerful start to July and really energetic start to the month. But we're going into the second week of July with a little bit of a softer energy. I said there's a lot of up and downs in July. So the more you're discerning, the more you're focusing within, the easier July is going to feel and the more of the opportunity energy you're going to feel. Now, by this point in the month, we might feel a little bit depleted. So be sure to prioritize your energy, heal your own energy, be aware of it, dive into energy healing aspects that you feel drawn to. I mentioned in week 1 that the spiritual teachers are waking up. In week 2, energy healers are waking up as well. So maybe you've already been doing it for a while, or maybe it's something kind of new to you that you're like, oh, that'd be so cool if I could do it. Explore it, please explore it. So come the second week, emerging energy healers are really going to feel inspired to move forward and explore their passion. We also have Mercury going direct on the 12th, and the shadow period is going to last till the 26th. So there's that shadow period of Mercury that sometimes gets ignored because once it goes direct, we're like, wee-ha, but the shadow period is really, really, really important so that we're integrating the lessons of Mercury and not just repeating the same lessons every single Mercury retrograde. That's not what we're meant to do. We're meant to integrate the lessons of Mercury and then move on from them for the next retrograde to give us a deeper level of clarity. Now, this means we're entering a period of integration for the last couple of weeks of July, the 12th to the 26th for that shadow period. And you might be a little annoyed that this powerful energy that we started with in July is now calling for deep integration. But if you can honor this and not caught up in the doing and I have to get done energy, you're going to flow with it really beautifully. And you're going to come out of it so much better off. Remember that integration is just as valuable as action. This is a mindset to cultivate because it's really going to serve your journey every step of the way when you can put equal value on the integration as the action. All right, so moving into the third week of July. It feels so good this third week of July. Like I said, a lot of ups and downs, but this third week of July, this new moon in July, something about this new moon that's coming up on the 20th of July, it feels like it's creating like this veil thinning effect. So I feel the same type of energy like around Halloween and around times where the veil is thinner, intuition is high. Sometimes, well, with most full moons, I feel the same type of energy, but I can feel it really powerfully for this new moon, this third week of July. Our intuition can see in the dark right now is what it feels like. It's like our intentions are magic. They're full of clarity. There's a huge archangel presence that's really getting amped up this week, and they've been doing a lot of that lately. And you may feel their presence, and you may feel the presence of passed on loved ones or other guides. All of that is coming through really powerfully for that third week of July. So no matter where your attention's at, spiritual support is super high this week. And during the new moon and this time of intentions and all the support that comes out, make sure that you understand the power of your focus. Really feel it. Really take the time to sit or lay down and feel into your intentions. Let yourself feel them as real now. Send this energy off with your very present spiritual guides and ask that they arrange all the required parts and to give you very clear messages and inspirations when it's time to act. So co-creation is coming into the spotlight this week. Your role in co-creation, taking responsibility for going within, taking responsibility for utilizing your divine team, and taking responsibility for setting your intentions and your focus. When you open that up, you create this container, and then all of the divine support can come in to fill it up, but you gotta create the container. Otherwise, the divine is just sitting there really wanting to move forward with you. So some of us will listen to that message and some of us won't. And as we move into the fourth week of July, that the spiritual support stays at that high level. So here in this fourth week of July, like I said, we're up and down, we're spiraling all around as we wrap up the end of July. This sensitive energy is really continuing, and you might find your intuitive senses opening even further. So again, there's this focus that we started the month off, comes back around, choosing a path and committing to it fully. So we're asked to take a leap. Maybe it's something we have been working on for a while, or a bud of an idea that's ready to bloom. So we've been thinking about this for a while, and we've been invited at the beginning of July to begin to get clarity on it, begin to get more information, begin to clear out, make space for it. So maybe we're not even getting information for it yet, but we've created the space for it. We set the intentions with the new moon, the third week of July, so that as we're going into this fourth week of July, this is when we're really ready to take that leap. So Either way, you're totally supported and encouraged to walk the path that is most expansive to you, the path that you resonate with the most. This is also a warning the final week of July. Guides were real loud with this one. So this is a wake-up call. This is like they're banging on pots and pans from your guides to get your attention. Do not stay in suffering and pain. If there is an area of your life that needs to shift and adjust, then make it happen. Use your powerful intentions, your enhanced sensitivity, and spot the blind spots and calibrate to a more supportive, enjoyable frequency. This suffering can be caused by your own thoughts, by your lack of boundaries, or not truly going for what you want. So simply ask yourself the question, where am I suffering or being blind to things that are ready to shift? And your insights are going to be the catalyst that you need to wake up and initiate this change. So again, this might not apply to everybody. This has a connection to choosing the paths and moving forward. So if you're still feeling kind of sticky around your path forward by the end of July, you really want to start to ask this question about suffering and this question about how you might be resisting yourself, resisting your own potential, and resisting your highest path forward. All right, so to wrap up, July is an extremely powerful spiritual month, and it is filled with this beautiful flow of energy and the most support I've seen so far this year. Like the archangels are just like, they're so present, especially Archangel Michael. He's just like, he's very loud and very big in this energy of July. A lot of support. Now, this powerful energy of realizing your potential and truth and claiming it paired with the divine support, it feels so big and so very, very deep. So just breathe, because this may come in as a little bit of anxiety too, right? Because these paths that we're being called to, it's not something that's comfortable for us. It's something that we have to do that's probably something we haven't done before, that's more of ourselves, more of our truth than we've done before. So just breathe and just remember that your discernment comes from within, and this is all happening to support and encourage you. So if you do notice that anxiety, go out and get grounded, reconnect, connect into your body, and know that you do know the next way forward. So you might be making yourself suffer by thinking you don't know the best path forward, or that you're not worthy enough, or you're not intuitive enough. That's the suffering I'm talking about that needs to go. So do whatever you can to start to release that if that is resonating with you. Okay, so have an amazing month in July, and I thank you so, so much for tuning in today.